So 2 days ago was April 1st, that's right, April Fool's Day, and no fooling around. We're being really serious about this aquarium endeavors. Gosh, I go back to a week or so ago, things we haven't covered. I went up to Atlanta to see the really intense 6,000 gallon Reef aquarium that's now been running literally almost 8 years. It's stunning, just overgrowing. Can't say enough about how great it's looking. Just like the Reef here in the lobby that's running close to 5 years now, really coming together. Look how great the anthers are going. The automatic feeder must have just went off, but coral growth is through the roof. I went from Atlanta, literally landed Friday night and then turned around the next morning and went up to Aquashella in Orlando. That was super well attended, probably at least 5,000 people, fresh and salt, all disciplines. The aisles were full. I gave a speech talking about all the projects and how the aquariums and the industry continues to advance and professionalize in a really big way. And then turned around, came back home, did some more aquarium work for the week, and literally got organized to go out on the boat on a Sunday with Marcus and Thomas and Brian Coe from Tropic Marine Germany. That was a great day out on the ocean. It was slick, flat, calm, caught 3 really nice sailfish on goggle eyes. It was just a great day to get out in the sun and bring the crazy Germans out for a day on the water, and they caught sailfish for the first time. A matter of fact, they had no idea we were actually going fishing, but the weather was so perfect, there was no reason not to. Then we turned around. Joe and I went to the West Coast, saw some projects on the way, and went up the West Coast of the state, and then across to Orlando to set up and get ready for Global Pet Expo. Again, that was a great show, lots of industry contacts, lots of great discussions with some tremendous people in the industry, from all the wholesalers of marine tropicals and freshwater, and just some great industry players there. One of the days we went over to Worldwide Corals, I saw the Camapure sign on the front. Their shop was doing fantastic, and lots of great corals and things operating there. We went out to Del Frisco's one evening for a great dinner with the TSA team and their wives, which was super nice. I also met up with the Quality Marine team of Chris and Stan and Kevin that evening at the same time. So it was really a wonderful discussions and great to be working with some fabulous aquarium industry players at the highest level. And then back south again after Global Pet, kind of recovered a little bit, worked on that big aquarium that the bottom had broken, put the overflow box in, did some more detailed silicone work, and we're still progressing with that one that we're going to deliver out on the 13th. And then went, I guess it was just 2 days ago, to the 63rd floor again on those big jellyfish aquariums. The weather was perfect. The vista of looking over downtown Miami and seeing the other projects that we're doing in high rises down there and getting that kind of moving along with the millwork company. So there's a strategic plan to move forward and literally get those jellyfish aquariums up and running here in the month of April now. So it's interesting how projects develop and how they advance. And you never really know. You might keep a schedule and think you're going to do it on time or do it within a certain set schedule, but a lot of times what happens is it doesn't happen according to the plan, and you have to pivot and change and make directional changes and team changes as to the strategic element of getting it done, and getting it done sometimes according to their schedule, not necessarily our schedule. So you have to be a little bit flexible in creating some of the finest living coral reef and jellyfish aquariums in the country. And I've learned to adapt with that through all of the years. And interesting enough, this morning, I put together a quick synopsis, right, of where we are, how our business works, how a lot of the Fish Guide Professional Group and Aquarium A team members are operating, and then the same path that it's kind of always been. I drew this up this morning, which is really interesting. I called it the Aquarium Restaurant because really a high quality restaurant might be the business as it is when you have aquaculture and aquarium service and everything at one time. It's always operating, right? It's always running. You never know when you have something going on with aquaculture of corals and jellyfish. And then even a client's aquarium. You have so many large reef aquariums that are really spectacular, growing. So I kind of wrote a path about projects to completion, to transitions, to services, to aquaculture, to aquarium techs and training. They're going to either make it or they're going to pass or they're going to fail, and they're going to get to a tech level. And then you have all the infrastructure and support and management and routing or route scheduling, all the things that you need to run a really professional and efficient business. And then it kind of goes back into the same path. You're going to either have an outbound marketing program. We advertise and I have for many, many years in Florida Design across the state of Florida. And you get referrals too, and then it goes back to, you know, a new lead, another project, and the aquariums keep going. And interesting enough, Joe saw that and went looking in the archives, and here's one from 2007. And at that time, I was calling it the Circle of Sales. That was literally 19 years ago, and it's pretty much the same. And I was talking about products, services, needs, and wants. You know, sometimes you think you need something, and then sometimes you say, what do you really want? And there's heck, right there in front of you, it says Aquarium 18 from 19 years ago, equal passive, which was the Professional Aquarium Sales and Service Association, which is parlayed into continuing forward with what we're doing now. But the Aquarium 18 was what it was really all about, even then and even now, as we move forward into the second quarter of 2026 with so many great projects, so many, you know, wonderful aquariums going into play. It's super exciting. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.